What's up guys, Mark back here with yet another video, and on today's show I want to revisit the Azden Pro XD. Some of you may remember that I tried to do one of these reviews of this guy last year, and it really didn't work out so well for me. I got a faulty unit and quite literally could not even do a single solitary sound test right out of the box. Azden did reach out to me and wanted to make it right, so they sent me another test unit for me to try out, so let's go ahead and check this out. They also sent me the upgraded microphone, the EX507XD, which does, in fact, completely make this little unit sound so much better. So here's what comes in the package. So the first thing we've got is the actual receiver, and it's a very, very small unit, and that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to check this thing out in the first place, was because of how small it is. It also comes with a power adapter brick. It comes with the power cable that plugs it into AC power. It comes with a extender. It comes with the included microphone. It also comes with the little slip-on AC power adapter and the transmitter, the body pack. Very, very small, compact, light little system. This is everything in a nutshell, and they also gave me the upgraded microphone, of course. So first things first, let's talk about the build quality here. So in general, most of the unit is sort of like a hard style plastic, but around the edges it's got this really nice grippy sort of rubbery feel to it. I actually really like the way this little thing feels. It doesn't feel heavy per se, but you can tell that it's got a little bit of heft, and I'm almost positive that's because of the built-in lithium ion battery. According to Azden, you can get about 11 hours of use out of the transmitter and about 16 total hours out of the receiver. The buttons are basically built onto the sides that are actually covered up with that rubbery substance, and the antenna to the receiver unscrews for easy replacement. The connector itself is a full brass contact, so in theory you should be able to get extremely good transmission between the transmitter and the receiver. In my opinion, the size of these little units are the absolute best-selling feature for me. I love that they are so small, so lightweight. Here it is sitting on top of my Sony a6000 with the smallest lens that I own, which is that 35mm CCTV lens. And I mean, you can tell it's just not very big whatsoever. It's got a really nice shape, a nice size, a nice weight, a nice form, and it really does look good on top of my cameras. Now, as far as the hot shoe is concerned, it is all plastic, but for most circumstances, this is going to be everything that you're going to need. It is not weak plastic whatsoever. It is a nice, hard, sturdy plastic. And I totally figured that some of you guys would want to know what this thing was going to look like next to the Road Link, and here it is. So here's the transmitter of the Azden. It's about the same size. They're roughly similar as far as maybe like length dimensions, but as far as thickness and side-by-side comparisons, the Road Link is probably 2 to 3 times the size of the Azden Pro XD. So they are a lot lighter in my opinion, and they do in fact pocket much easier. Another good feature about these little units is they can be charged with a power bank. So if you think that you're going to be out there for quite some time, you can just plug your power bank directly up to the units. They'll immediately begin to charge. The little red indicator light will come on while they're charging and will go off after they are completed. So this is the test of the included microphone. It's the EX503XD. Here's your test. Pro XD digital wireless microphone system. The kit includes the Pro XDT transmitter, the Pro XDR receiver, the EX503XD lapel microphone, an audio output cable, TRRS adapter for mobile devices, USB charger, USB mini to USB-A cable. So there's the test of the included mic, the EX503XD. Now here's a test of the upgraded mic. It's the EX507XD. Here's your test. Pro XD digital wireless microphone system. The kit includes the Pro XDT transmitter, the Pro XDR receiver, the EX503XD lapel mic, audio output cable, your TRRS adapter for mobile devices, USB charger, and the USB mini to USB-A cable. So there's your test of the upgraded mic, the EX507XD. Now, there are a couple of considerations to keep in mind when considering this system for your kit. As much as I love this system, it's very small, it's very lightweight, it's very compact, all things that I thoroughly enjoy, there are some things that you do want to keep in mind. First of all, there are no battery indicators on either the transmitter or the receiver. So you generally have no idea how much battery you have left. So unless you have just charged it and you're sort of kind of mentally keeping track of how much time you spent on this, whether it be, 11 hours for the transmitter and 16 hours for the receiver, you're just not going to know unless you have quite literally just charged up both of the units and you know that you're going to be good for pretty much a solid day of shooting, right? The one good thing that does counterbalance that is the fact that you can plug these up with a power bank. So you could literally carry around some sort of small, 3200 milliamp hour lipstick sized battery bank and be pretty good on either one. They would run for 2 days and you would never even have to worry about it. But again, that's an extra cost added on top of your initial purchase. But my thought process here is that this system is more than likely not going to be for the avid professional, the one that's going to be dependent on this every single day. This, in my opinion, is a fantastic solution for anyone that does any sort of videos like this, whether they just be vlog videos or short interview style videos. But one of the other considerations to keep in mind is that this system runs in the 2.4 gigahertz bandwidth range. That range is almost exclusively taken up by Wi-Fi systems. So if you're in a heavy Wi-Fi traffic area, you're maybe going to have a few problems. For those of you that for whatever reason still have wireless phones in the house, they usually run on 2.4 gigahertz. You'll get decent range out of this as long as the transmitter can clearly see the receiver. If you kind of move it out of the way or if you try to put it around your back, you might run into a few different problems with the body or materials around it. They're going to absorb the signal. So walls could potentially be a problem. So as long as you're just doing it in the same room, which is what I suspect that most people are going to use, I think you're going to be just fine. The other thing that I thought that was really cool about this setup was that it also has an auxiliary in port here on the side of the receiver, or the transmitter rather. And it does have this switch here which you can switch back from the microphone. It's got a middle setting where you're recording both the microphone and the auxiliary in, or you've got it so that you can switch just completely over to the auxiliary, which makes it really cool if you decide to run, say, like a couple of microphones through a mixing board, right? And then you want to output that mixing sound into this device, you can still transmit it to a camera completely wirelessly. The only other thing really that kind of sort of gets on my nerves about this system is the fact that the batteries are built in. So there is going to come a day when these batteries are no longer going to be viable. And as far as I'm aware, it's not user serviceable whatsoever. So, but at some point you will have to send these in to get a battery replacement. And I am not 100% for sure what Azden charges for something like that. So ultimately, what do I think? I think that for the money, this is a pretty fantastic buy. As I said in my original review, I was a little disappointed by the initial experience, but Azden did contact me, reach out, and did make the whole thing right, which I totally appreciate. It was about a year or so in the making, but it eventually happened, and I'm glad that they did. And I'm really happy they did because I wanted to actually use this thing. Like I said, I love the size. I am a total size queen in the reverse. I like stuff to be much smaller, much lighter, much more compact, much easier to tote around and be less burdensome and less cumbersome in my bag. And I think that a lot of other people are starting to jump on that bandwagon. They like the smaller lenses and the smaller cameras and the smaller microphones and all that kind of stuff. So I've really gunned for those kinds of options when I have the chance. So for those of you that are interested, I'll leave a link down to this Azden Pro XD in the comment section below. And if you do get the chance to pick this up, I personally would highly suggest go ahead and opting and getting that better beefed up microphone. The one I'm using right now, I believe it's the 507 XD, way better than the one that's included with the kit. So other than that, that's all I've got on this video. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If not, go ahead and give it a thumbs up anyway. Subscribe to the channel if you like these videos and you want to see more. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I'll see you guys again on the next one.